Good evening, everybody. I'm Meteorologist Edward Shaw. Let's start this whole thing out by taking a look at the top of Poor Mountain, where you can see quite a bit of snow out there and some very limited visibility as we have overcast skies within the area, dropping quite a bit of snowfall in the region. Right now, what we're seeing here throughout the area, temperatures largely in the single digits, up into the 20s, further up to the northeast, with a lot of this snowfall being limited to everywhere south of I-81, likely seeing dry air impact a lot of what we're going up towards, and even parts of north of 81. That dry air, what's happening? Snow's falling, interacting with that dry air, and instantly pretty much evaporating, which is why you're seeing snow on radar, but you're not seeing it hit the ground, and you're not seeing it stick. Let's take a look at Blacksburg, where it has in fact stuck quite a bit more. And you can see that snowfall really covering the parking lot outside Castle Coliseum and over campus with pretty low cloud cover as well. Now, why is all this happening? Again, it's because of the upper level moisture and a lot more of some of that drier air intruding in. Right now, the area is getting the heaviest snowfall by far. Martinsville up into parts of Rocky Mount and Chatham, possibly even as north as Alta Vista. Now, as we go into the next few hours, we're going to continue seeing this shift a little bit more to the northeast and possibly eventually to the east. Now, let me show you the water vapor right now, and what you're going to notice is essentially everywhere up into Raleigh, into our area, there's a lot of dry air in place. The more moist air is further out towards parts of Greenville and the Outer Banks and up towards Virginia Beach. And those, in turn, are a lot of the areas that are going to end up seeing more and more snowfall. Looking right now out at the Wakefield radar, you see where that snowfall is really coming down now in parts of the Outer Banks. So certainly going to be looking at a lot of snow out there. As for us, though, let's look at some of our sky cameras. Roanoke right now, you can see where right now that's not the right sky camera. That one is dead, and we've been meaning to fix it, but it hasn't gotten fixed yet. But let's look at downtown, where you see a little bit more snowfall on the sidewalks. Roads look mostly clear, but again, low-lying cloud cover throughout the area. That's one thing that is pretty consistent. Going to Poor Mountain again, low-lying clouds, and with that being higher up, likely seeing more snow up there. And then towards Wytheville, way out to the west, overall, a little bit more snowfall on the roads. By far, New River Valley and Southside has seen the most amount of snow here within the region, just given how this system has played out. Let's take another look right now at the national radar. And again, a lot of this isn't even hitting the ground because of the dry air. But look at this dry air slot up from Wilmington all the way up into Raleigh. This area right here, nothing whatsoever, because of the fact that that dry air is causing a lot of this snowfall to melt. Let's look at a rough accumulation here for what we've seen over the last 24 hours. And again, what you're going to notice is areas where more of that moisture is present. Remember what that moisture graphic looked like out towards the eastern Carolinas, and that's shifting further to the northeast. As for us, we're very slowly seeing more and more accumulation in Southside, and that extends, words are hard today, further out to the east into parts of 220 and towards Martinsville, but essentially everywhere along Route 58, going to be the sweet spot for snow here over the next few hours. So how does this all play out here for the next few hours? Well, it's likely going to wrap up here overnight tonight and into tomorrow, but it's not going to end up melting anytime soon. Look at your low temperatures for tonight, dropping down into the single digits out towards the New River Valley and Highlands, and into the teens further to the east of I-81, Roanoke, Lynchburg, about 11 tonight, South Boston 12. And when you combine that with the blustery winds tomorrow, you're going to get some wind chills that are going to be bitterly cold. As we go into the overnight hours, you're going to notice we start feeling like we're in the negatives in a lot of areas into the New River Valley and towards parts of Roanoke Valley, and that continues into the early morning tomorrow. Could be feeling like it's negative 14 outside in Blacksburg, negative 6 in Roanoke by 8 in the morning, and that continues later on as well before we eventually start calming down and warming up a little bit more going into Monday. But again, just bitterly cold for tonight and into tomorrow. 2 other days we're watching, late night Tuesday into Wednesday for a possible mix here and there, and then again on Friday. But one thing you're going to notice is those high temperatures get up to above freezing here Monday through Friday, so hopefully that gives us some time to melt. But there is going to be the risk of some refreezing in the overnight hours due to those temperatures dropping down into the 20s. Again, we're going to continue to update you with what we're seeing, but right now, a lot of that snowfall currently falling in parts of Southside and further out to the east. It'll be very interesting to see the final snowfall totals, especially further out towards the Outer Banks and Virginia Beach. But as for us, seeing a lot of that snowfall continuing to fall in parts of Southside, certainly making for an unusual setup with this storm. And as we go into the next few days, going to likely see it stick around just for the weekend before eventually, hopefully, melting